Hey, Paint Party Headquarters. I am excited to have my beautiful daughter here, Pixie, and she is going to be teaching you about hiring help. I know some of y'all are doing your paint parties on your own, and then others of you are doing so many and you're not hiring help, and you should be. So we're going to talk about that today. So we have 3 tips. So what is tip number 1? Do you remember?
No.
Oh, we have a notepad. Hold on.
I haven't done this in a couple years. Pay them well.
Pay them well. Okay, so paying them well. If somebody has, how much do you recommend paying somebody an hour?
10 an hour.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah, 10 an hour. So so if we have a paint party of 10 people and you're charging how much a person?
10, no.
How much do you charge for a canvas painting?
35.
Yes. Yay, she does. $35 a person. So if that's $350 you're going to make minus expenses, you're looking at around $290. So if you pay one person for 4 hours, $10, that's $40 you're taking off that. So let's do some math. What's $290 minus 40?
I have this. 250.
You need to speak up.
250. It's 250.
So you're still making $250 for that paint party, and it's totally worth the help. I actually pay Pixie to come help me a lot of times just because I like the company and she gets to make money and it makes my job way, way better. Okay, so paying them well. Okay, so number 2, what is something that we do, especially when we have big parties?
We always give them a pep talk. We always go in like a little huddle, like a football huddle or something. And then we're like, we can do this, game face is on. And then we're like, if they need help, go there, circle them like sharks, that stuff.
Yeah, so that's a big deal. So we like she said, especially around, the holidays or when you have big parties and you hire a team of, 5 or 6 people, especially like, for example, there was a restaurant several years ago and I go back every year. But that first year I was like, I am going to almost overhire. And when we did the team huddle, remember I was saying, I want y'all to feel bored. Like I want it to be so well oiled that we feel bored. And the reason for that is because we want to get hired back. And so now every Christmas I can go, hey, when are we doing the party? And then I know I'm going to have 50 to 55 people every year at that party. So, and that's a huge payday, especially around Christmas time. So what was the circling them like sharks? What does that mean?
Well, I just keep going around and around and around and around.
What are you watching for?
Watching for anyone that needs help.
So how do you tell a person you're hiring for $10 an hour how to do that? So if they're like going to do this huddle and do this go team, like what would be some things they would say in that huddle?
If anyone looks a bit like off about their painting, tell them that looks good. Because even though if it doesn't, you got to tell them that it looks good.
Well, you want to encourage them.
Yeah. And then if you see anyone that's struggling or anyone that is like has things going wrong, I guess you say, how would you say that?
Yeah, if it's going south.
Yeah, then go and help them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so what we do is we bring them together and I say, okay, let's huddle up. I will even go as far as, especially if it's a really big event, I'll have a list of things that I want them to make sure, like, okay, at 6:00, we're going to have, everybody come in. I'll do my little talk, right? Then we'll have, making sure everybody gets glitter at a certain time, things like that we wanted just to run smoothly. Because the whole name of this game is doing a great job so that these venues will want you back. So you don't have to have 500 venues. You just got to have 3 or 4 really great places that you can just keep repeating. And so I like to bring people together and go, okay, go team, and then, make sure that everybody knows what's expected. Okay. And then what's the 3rd tip?
The 3rd one is hire people that you know. We usually hire me and my friends because my friends are really hard workers. Well, most of them.
No names.
No names. But we usually work super hard and then we get paid, which we all like that. So we'll either hire me and my friends. Usually we hire my friends. Or like relatives. Well, not really relatives.
Yeah, we've hired a lot of relatives actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a lot of family.
Just hire people hire friends or
Yeah. And always, when you do hire friends and family, like hire them for that one time. Don't talk about it as like, oh, I'm going to hire you every time I do this, because if they do a bad job, I'm not hiring him again, because again, this is your reputation. This is at the end of the day, this is your business, and you want to be able to have it be represented well. So I've had people that have worked for me that did not do a good job, or, there was drama or whatever, and never again. I do not hire them again, because when it's messing with your livelihood, that's when you got to make sure you are stepping up, being the leader, being the boss, and then running a really great event. So I know Pixie has had a couple of her friends where they get a little excited when they're together.
Yeah, they'll just go off and talk, and it's like,
yeah, so we've had to go, okay,
work.
Yeah, we
not
know
hiring them again.
Yeah. And also, if you have a good, friend or family member, I mean, Pixie literally is so good at this job that she takes the place of 3 people. So I know if I have a women's event, let's say I have 20 people, I know I could hire one of her compared to 3 adults, and she would run circles around them, because she's been doing it for so long and she knows what to do.
Speaking of doing it for so long, I still haven't gotten my cake for my 10-year anniversary.
Oh yeah, she wants a cake. Do y'all think I should give her a cake
It's
for
10 years for working for her?
We should do a little Facebook Live and celebrate.
I think we should.
You've been working for me for 10 years.
Well, not right now. We got to save it.
Child labor issues might be a problem, but yes. Yeah, since she was 5. So that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've been running around, throwing brushes. I just knew if I just kept investing. Kept investing in you, you'd be such a good paint party host. And now you are. Okay, so let's recap the 3 tips. So we talked about
paying them well, give them a pep talk before the thing, and hire someone you know.
Yes, so paying them well, giving them a pep talk, and hiring people you know. So hopefully this was helpful, and let us know in the comments what has worked well for you as far as hiring people. Again, when you have these big parties, I just want y'all to remember, I know a lot of people are like, I can do everything myself. A lot of times it doesn't look good on you whenever you're coming in being the paint party person, and then you can't keep up. And you just want to make sure that you're getting your guests what they need, so that they don't have a problem. So we had a little debacle recently with the flamingo and the tiki.
Yes.
So just recently, the tiki took a lot more energy than expected. And so I kind of let the flamingos thinking, well, it's just paint by number, fill it in. And those poor flamingo ladies, you could tell.
It was sad. The tikis were done and the flamingos were still in the background, which afterwards we found out the flamingos were painted on black canvases.
Yeah, I forgot that part.
Like, you didn't even have to paint the background.
I forgot that part. I was like, dang it, why did I not buy the black canvases? So no matter where you're at in this stage, you will make mistakes still. But when you have a helper, so it was great Pixie was there. She could run around and grab stuff, and that way
I did get bored. I sat for like 10 minutes because no one needed help.
Yeah, that's how we do it. That's how we want it. That's how we want to do it. Teamwork makes the dream work. Okay. Hopefully this was helpful. Any final thoughts on hiring help?
No.
Oh, and when you pay people good, they want to come back.
Yes.
So I know sometimes, I usually pay $10 to $15 an hour. But I find when you pay people a decent rate, they will want to come back. So I think that's very important too, and I always feel like what goes around comes around. If you're, kind of like, stingy and greedy with your stuff, then stingy and greedy seems to find you. But if you're a giving person, then that seems to come back to you. So pay people well, then they like to come back for 10 years.
Yes. Well, I didn't really have a choice.
Yeah, it's kind of forced some of it.
Here I am now, so.
And you're working, you don't know? Oh, no, you do. Tomorrow you're helping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're hiring her and her friends to help me with the art studio stuff too. All right, well, this is going all over the place. So we have recapped and we're going to stop here. All right, hope you enjoyed this. Bye, guys. I'm trying to side pony.
This is scary.
You have young hair. Young hair is better.
I have a lot of dyed hair though.
You want to show your pink?
I did it yesterday.
Look, does that look okay? A little bunny? It's like a little mini bun. It's sad.
I got my nails to match it. I need a wolf cut.
A what?
A wolf cut. It's like a long mullet, but
no, I'm not doing a mullet.
It's not a mullet.
Not doing a mullet. Okay, so let's get to where we're talking about. Okay.
Your posture's good, so why am I like?
I don't know. You're taller than me now.